Well, 1995, you become the
He
leader of
stays
the
on
Latin
course, doesn't
Kings.
he?
I'm sorry?
You stay on course.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. So it's 1995, and you become the leader of the Latin Kings in New York. Now, how old are you at the time?
Well, my 30s.
In your 30s.
That was 97, 96, 97.
Okay. And you're known as an Inca?
That's a title some that people use. So I like to educate because you're throwing words around. Incas was a dynasty. They were one of the strongest indigenous peoples. So that's what I was teaching. Rename yourself, rebrand yourself, learn who they were, learn what true traditions, who were their gods, what did they do. But in that sense, that's why they used that name for us. It was a prideful name to say he's gonna help lead us. But there was always more people that I felt as a community, if you learn my movement, was to bring other people on board. Like National Congress of Puerto Rican Rights and Perichi Perez, the New Panther, Black Panther Movement, the Nation of Islam, National Action Network, the Zulu Nation, the Nietas. That's what the fuck I was about. And not that he wasn't about. His sacrifice just gave me a door and the perfect opportunity and alignment where I had an opportunity to lead and to see if we could practice, right? Where we preach what we want, what we really wanted to say. And that's what I think that's what I was trying when I had the power to lead the nation or to give my ultimate advice of the route we should take for a better tomorrow.
Well, when you started as leader of the Latin Kings, you wanted to move the organization away from violence and crime.
Yeah, everybody does. That's every other immigrant and every gang in America. Like you seen the gangs of New York when they were top hats and bow tie. It started criminal enterprise. Then you find your way in America and you get legal and you start learning to live and you make. So I'm just saying every community and immigrant goes through that evolution. The last law usually is written by the first man who broke it.
I've never heard that term before. The
Well,
last
not
law is usually written by the first man who broke it.
wouldn't
Wow.
have been a law.
Yeah.
No guns now.
Well, you talked about how being the leader of the Latin Kings and announcing that you wanted the organization to move away from crime and violence actually became somewhat dangerous for yourself. You said, now even some of my own people want me out of the way. They think I've gotten soft. And when I'm not worrying about them, I'm worrying about Giuliani's damn police. They're trying to do anything to send me back to prison. So what kind of pushback did you get from the organization with this stance?
Well, it wasn't much because, like everything, once you sit with the Richard Perez, with the people who knew about this thing, they started teaching me to watch those around you that become your enemy all of a sudden, because they usually Cointelpro, those are the signs of people that have been infiltrated or caught that did something wrong, and now are in the process of dealing with. They need to give information or take. Of course, like every organization, we thought that evolving and moving from that would not let us to support those that usually in jail and everything think that's the only economy that they believe only a crook will take care of crook. You don't get my point? When it's really the opposite, because if you usually find out and you ask every king who gets indicted or arrested, the ones who take care of them are their friends and their family who wasn't in the nation, not because it's bad, but the nation carries on. So it isn't the crooks and the thieves that take care of you usually after you fall. It's the legit person in your life that always been there. So my point I was telling, imagine if the kings becomes that legit person. So that means we could care for you more in a way in there than us doing it with stinking thinking. And these are the steps and the painful steps we will have to take to get there. And some of the thing is growing pain, like you learn, like you said. is saying things you shouldn't have said or being too vibrant, too colorful. Because then ain't now. You know, there wasn't street interrupters, cure violence, all this acceptance of Facebook, the gram. I was new. I was different. The message was church, big, loud, proud. Fuck with us, we'll make you mad. You get my point? So that's really where I was heading with it.